Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK, come out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command and Journal Yohana. And since 1969, we believe the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians know that we are, in fact, the lost 12 tribes of Israel, that we are the true Jews, you understand? And we've been hitting every hood, every barrio, every project, every reservation, that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians know that we are, in fact, God's chosen people. I'm saying this is the Long Island class. I'm Priest and Officer 50 Yahshua Yah. And today is going to be a continuation of What's Israel's Purpose, Part 3, because we understand the last two classes that Black, Spanish, Native American Indians, that we are, you know what I'm saying, we have shortcomings. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of say it's bad luck, but what it really is that we are under supernatural curses by supernatural being. And that supernatural being is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? That's our God, our power. You know what I'm saying? Whose name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. And say, don't take that name vain or lightly, you understand? Because it's our God. He's chosen us, you understand? He's chosen us to represent him, and we represent him by following these laws, these statutes, and commandments. That's the only way we get out of these curses. The only way. The only way we get these curses off of us. And you know what these curses are, man. We just see it on TV, our brother Tyrell Nicholas going just getting killed by five police officers. You understand? His own people. You know what I'm saying? And that's a curse. It's a curse when you have five police officers joined on to a wicked nation. Join on to a wicked nation in Greek fraternities. You know what I'm saying? That's a curse. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord told us not to hate our brother, not to do any murder, no wickedness to our brother, not to join on to these heathen nations. You understand? This is all cursed because we're breaking these laws, these statutes, commandments, and this is why we're under these curses. You understand? Well, let's go to the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. And it reads, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." When you read "my people," it's only talking about one specific group of people. You know what I'm saying? One one people, one race. It's talking about the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. It's talking about Israel. You understand? We are the ones that destroyed for lack of knowledge. We're the ones destroyed for not knowing who we are, for not knowing that this King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha is our Constitution. You know what I'm saying? It's our history book. In our ways, our guide to how we're supposed to live, how we're supposed to treat each other. You know what I'm saying? What holidays to celebrate. How we're supposed to treat these other heathen nations that are around us and among us, you understand? We're destroyed for that lack of knowledge, for knowing the know-how. So I'm saying for knowing who we are, what we're supposed to be doing, what we're supposed to be, who we're supposed to be. We're destroyed for that. Let's keep reading. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, and we reject knowledge. We reject the knowledge where you see the priests and prophets of the ISUPK. The ISUPK being the small sanctuary in the end times with Khan, who will call the Most High God's name. You understand? We're going to call the Most High God's name in the end times, so it's Yahweh. And we've been doing that in the ISUPK on the Command and Journal Yohana since 1969. You understand? And we reject this knowledge. We reject the knowledge that we are Israel. We reject the knowledge that we're supposed to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand? We reject the knowledge that we're not supposed to be eating crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster. We reject the knowledge that that we're supposed to be brotherly and sisterly to one another. You understand? We reject the knowledge that sex is marriage. We reject the knowledge that smoking is a sin. You understand? We reject all this knowledge. We reject the knowledge that respective of person is a bad thing to do. You understand? But as you see, Black, Spanish, Native American Indians, we're destroyed because we do all this, Slovakia. We're destroyed because we don't want to partake in the following. We don't want to obey our Father that is in heaven, the same power, the same God that creates the moon, the stars, mountains, the oceans, the continents. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite food you like to eat, your favorite flower, the favorite vacation spot where it has a nice waterfalls and oceans. That power, that God. You don't want to respect and follow his ways, his laws, his statutes, commandments, man. And that's the problem. Let's go to the book of Romans. Go to the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. Go to the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. So lock it, bear with me, Israel. The book of Romans says, the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4, and it reads, "For whatever things are written aforetimes," and you can understand, Slocky. You gotta understand when it says right here, For whatsoever things are written aforetime, that aforetime means before. You know what I'm saying? This is Paul's writing in the book of Romans, understand? And this is crazy because your Christian pastors, your reverends, your Old Testament Israelites, you know what I'm saying? When it says here, this is Paul saying aforetime, which means he has the Old Testament. Every priest and prophet, Christ himself, you know what I'm saying? Every priest and prophet in the New Testament, they were going off the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? So when your Christian church said the Old Testament, the ways, the laws are done away with, those are the laws that are bringing back to Israel. Those same laws, because they didn't have the New Testament. It's lucky. We're fortunate right here, right now, in the year 2023. We have the New and the Old Testament, you know what I'm saying, in the Apocrypha. That fits right in between the two, in which every book in the Apocrypha is Old Testament, but it fits right there for the New Testament, you understand? We're fortunate enough to have the writings of Paul, the writings of Moses, the writings of Joshua, the writings of Haggadah, the writings of Hosea. We're fortunate enough to have the writings of Paul. But right here, what Paul's saying right here, what he's saying is whatever's written aforetime, which means the past, the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? Slovakia. Written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. You understand? We might have hope. The patience and comfort of the scriptures. You know what I'm saying the scriptures is letting know who we are. You understand? This Bible, this King James Version Bible, 1611. You know what I'm saying? That because the Apocrypha was in it before it was taken out by these Edomites, by these Europeans. You understand? This is our Constitution. This is our history book. This is our guidelines of how to live, how to be a people, how to be a nation of people, a mighty nation of people. Because you gotta understand, the Most High God has chosen us to be His people. Has chosen us to be a mighty and powerful and rich people. Nation being holy, you understand? And the word holy means separate. Go to the book of Deuteronomy. Go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter. Let's lock it. Go to the book of Deuteronomy. Where we at? Chapter 7, verse 6. And it reads, For thou art a holy people. You understand? For thou art. This is Moses. This is Moses bringing the word of God. Let's lock it. This is Moses bringing the word of God onto the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, being freed. Being freed for the enslavement and captivity by those nasty, disgusting Africans who we call Egyptians. Who are Egyptians? These nasty. They ain't no different from the West Africans. They're disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Any group of people who can deify a beetle that collects dung, you want to follow that? Whatever. It reads, For thou art a holy people. And this people Moses talk about is you, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. And the word holy means to be separate. It means to be separate. Everyone else is doing that, I'm doing this. Everyone else is saying that, I'm saying this. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else feels that. I'm feeling this. This is what holy means to be separate. And we're going to keep reading to get more details. So lock it. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people. You understand? Because blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we're special people. In all matters, in all avenues, we are special people. No one can see us in the boxing ring, the octagon. No one can see us on that basketball court. No one can see us on that football field, that soccer field, that baseball field. If we play Quidditch, that'll be our sports. You know what I'm saying? The Olympics on the brainy side, you know what I'm saying? The intellectual side, and intellectual Slovakia. See, I'm tired. On the brainy side, let's leave it like that, Slovakia. Everything that's in modern society today, the light bulb, the stoplight, vaccines, syringes, spark plug, I believe it's called defibrillator when you rub it, try to start back someone's heart that's reset someone's heart that stopped. The monkey wrench. All these things were invented. A lot of plethora of things were invented right after slavery. a people who was enslaved, a people who were beaten out of their culture, beaten out of their holy tongue. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Yeah, I'm not just talking about the Negroes. We were all enslaved, starting with the Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Our Spanish speaking people, brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? And down in Hispaniola, which is the Dominican Republic, you know what I'm saying? Christopher Columbus sold the ocean blue 1492. He went back over there to Europe. He told them people, yo, I find God. I found God's chosen people. Came back 6 months to half a year later with murderers, thieves that desolated that area. And it spread throughout the Caribbean. Went to Central America, went to Mexico, went to South America. You understand? Came up north. Our Native American brothers got the same treatment because you know why? We're God's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? And then it came back to the Negroes, you know what I'm saying? So-called African Americans, the so-called Haitians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, the people of Nassau, St. Croix, St. Lucia, Dominica, you know what I'm saying? Barbados, you know what I'm saying? It happened to us because we were cursed. You know what I'm saying? We were cursed for not following the law, statute, commandments of the Most High God, which we went through in previous part 1 and 2 of what's Israel's purpose. You understand? We're a holy people. We're a special people. You understand? And that's an identity marker of the last days. In the last days, who God's chosen people. Also, you got these people who are pale. You know what I mean? Fair skin. Look European. They call themselves the Jew, and they add the ish on it. They're not of the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're an Israelite, so-called black man, Hispanic man. You understand? You are of the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But let's keep reading the scripture. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You understand? That means something. That means you're more than just a basketball player, a rapper. You know what I'm saying? That means you're more than just a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? People say you don't amount to, we won't amount to either being a drug dealer, picking up the basketball court, or behind a mic, or sisters on a stripper pole. You know what I mean? Being a gangbanger. When you read right here in the last part that we are special people unto himself above all people on the face of the earth, it should put something right here, man. It should put something right here. Your heart should be extra harder. You should be shocked that you're something. The Most High God has chosen you. You know what I'm saying? You that's mass incarcerated in the United States prison system, mass incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? You that's number one for every disease in America. Number one, Salakia. You so-called black, Hispanic, Native American man, when they riddle your neighborhood with drugs. They riddle your neighborhood with drugs intentionally to destroy you. You understand? Intentionally. Because you know what? You're God's chosen people. We're God's chosen people. We're getting our behinds whooped. You know what I'm saying? It's righteous. For not listening to the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? For rejecting the knowledge of the Most High God. But let's stay in the same book. Let's stay in the same book and go to chapter 30. Let's go to chapter 30, verse 19. And it reads in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. You understand? This is Most High God speaking to Moses, you know what I'm saying, through Moses, you know what I'm saying, to tell Israel that he calls heaven and earth to record against you, you know what I'm saying, to see what you're doing, to see your ways, to see are you keeping up with the laws, statutes, commandments which I've given you. I've given you a northern nation of people. As a matter of fact, hold this. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Go to the book of Psalms, chapter 147. 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob. And again, when you read Jacob, Jacob is Israel. You understand? Jacob's name got changed to Israel because he wrestled an angel. The angel seen him to be mighty. The angel seen him to be fitting. You know what I mean? His name got changed to Israel, which means Prince of the Power. Israel had daughters too, because we have blacks, Hispanics, Native American women. And they are the best women on earth. There's nothing more beautiful than a so-called black woman, so-called Hispanic woman, and so-called Native American woman. There's no other woman that is more better and precious on planet Earth but them. But they are the princesses of power too. So let's keep reading. Showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes, his judgments onto Israel. You know what I'm saying? His statutes are the things you're supposed to uplift and hold, the things we're supposed to carry on. You know what I'm saying? And we know his judgments. Because one of these curses, man. One of these curses that is an identity marker. These curses are nothing but identity markers to point out who God's chosen people are. And the word judgments mean this is what you get for breaking the law. You want to eat crab, pork, or shrimp and lobster? Okay. Here's diseases. Heart disease, gouts, diabetes. You know what I'm saying? Stroke for eating unclean foods. You understand? But here's the kicker. Verse 20. He have not dealt so with any nation as far as his judgments, you know what I mean? This is why these Moabites over there in Asia, these Chinese people, they can eat bat, cat, rat, dog, pingaloo, human meat, and they fine. There's no judgment upon them. They can be wicked all they want, because you know why? Our Father, who's a just Father, cares what we do, because we were given these laws. We were given these statutes. We were given these commandments. So let's read what it says the rest. They have not known them because they don't know what it's like. And these other nations of people right here in America, these other nations don't know what it's like being beat down by police. Chinatown is not riddled and destroyed and desolated with drugs and gangbanging. You understand? Little Italy is not desolated with drugs and the police brutality and being beat down by cops and gangbanging. There's no notice, there's no projects in Little Italy. You know what I'm saying? In Chinatown and in East Indian town and Africa town. There's no notices going or eviction notes on their doors. No. They're not cursed. Because they're not God's chosen people. Pray ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord. Damn right. Pray ye the Lord that you are going through this. That you are going through this supernatural curse by supernatural being. Because all he asks is for your loyalty. All he asks is for you to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and you will be the best on the planet. Because you already are the best. We are the best. No one's better than the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Yeah, you see it on TV because we are all these superstars. We do great things. We invent everything. But put following the law, put following the law, statute of God, of the Most High God. Put being a righteous brother or sister. Imagine that. Imagine that. That means you have morality. You know what I'm saying? And these other nations don't want us to have morality. And the morality is given to us because it's the ways of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? And then these people can't say they're the chosen people of God because they're not living righteously. Righteousness is in our DNA because you know why? We come from Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Who was a friend unto the Lord. We come from Isaac. We come from Jacob. You know what I'm saying? The Prince of Power. You know what I'm saying? It's in us. You know what I mean? But let's go back to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 19, and it reads again. I have called heaven and earth to record these days against you, that I have set before you life and death. You know what I'm saying? There's life and death set on both sides. If you're a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You understand? There's death on both sides. And what's the death? You see the death. It's locked here. You see the death. You see the death. That's the temptation. The death is a temptation. Temptation for you to not follow the Most High God. The temptation for you to not get along with your brother, thy neighbor. You know what I'm saying? To see him as an enemy, to snake him, to have sex with his wife, to sell drugs to him, to murder him, to play him. You know what I'm saying? Your sister, whoring out your sisters being a whore, sleeping on her husband, you understand? This is all death. Eating unclean foods, following the customs of another nation with those 5 police officers, and you know they were all in the black Greek fraternities. How are you a black Greek fraternity? There's no such thing as a black Greek, man. See, those are all oppressors over there, man. Because you attached yourself to a heathen custom, you understand? This is death. And he targeted that man. They targeted our brother Tyree Nicholas, you know what I'm saying? Nicholas, you know what I'm saying? He targeted him. You know I'm saying, because you don't have love for your brother. You don't know that you're an Israelite. You chose death. You choose death when you slaughter. You choose death when you lie to your brother. You choose death when you hold out your sister. You choose death when you're homosexual, when you're a lesbian. You choose death when you're a Christian. You choose death when you're a Muslim. You choose death when you follow Africa. When you follow Egyptology. I'm saying you choose death when instead of being a righteous brother and coming back to the Most High God, being an Israelite, you choose death when you follow Judaism. We have the big hat. It's Lakia. Everything that's not of God that you partake in is death. There's no life in it. Because God is against iniquity. God is against transgression. God is against sin. And the sin is to break the laws and statutes of the Most High God. God is against all that. That's death. It will lead you to death. But instead, life is following. Following the law, statutes, commandments. Being obedient. Not to be rebellious. Understand? Let's keep reading to lock here. Blessings and curses. Slakia. Blessings and curses. You understand? What's the blessing? The blessings is to have your life being multiplied. It's you're being stress free. That the Most High God will put a hedge around you. If you're following these laws, statutes, commandments, the Most High God puts a hedge around you, and the hedge is the barrier, it's the fence that you can't see. It's just the angels. Angels walking with you, and if the angels walking with you, the Most High God is walking with you. You understand? That's blessings, you know what I'm saying? You won't get fired. No police brutality. You see the red and blues in your rear view, they're not looking for you. You know what I'm saying? These are blessings. Take them. You know what I'm saying? Take them. And don't get confused with Christian church. Blessings is not salvation. The Lord bless every nation. The Lord bless our enemy, the Edomite, with the sword. And he swings he swings it perfectly. The sword is war. Ain't no war like the damn Edomite, but his last, the final war is coming. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Christ is coming back, man. Christ is coming back. But those are the blessings, man. When you fall, the curses, I just gotta do with them. We know what the curses are. I'm saying you open your door, you look out your window, you see the curses. If you're so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man living in the ghettos, the projects, the barrios, I'm saying the reservations, you know what I'm saying? We see it every day. The desolation and destruction for what? For lack of knowledge. For lack of knowledge and not going back into the scriptures for comfort and for patience, man. And rejecting all that. That's the outcome of not following God, man. We're out of our minds. We're sick. You understand? We are sick for not following the Most High God because these laws keep us just. These laws keep us proper. These laws keep us sane. You understand? Let's keep reading. Salakia. Therefore, choose life. Most High God beseeches us. He's telling us. Moses is telling us the words of God. Yo, choose life. You don't want death. But we rejected that. And we destroy it for lack of knowledge. Because what's wrong with life? What's wrong with loving your brother? What's wrong with loving your sister? What's wrong with loving the Most High God, man? There's nothing wrong with that. Let's keep reading. That both thy seed, it's like that both thou and thy seed may live. You understand? And we're the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians come from the loins of those the patriarchs, the chosen. That three, the big three. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Don't get confused with Trinity because there's no such thing as the Holy Trinity. It's bull crap. It's a lie. It's made up. You understand? But we gotta understand what life is. What life and death is. Let's go to the book of Baruch in the Apocrypha, chapter 4, verse 1. Bear with me. This is the book of Baruch in the Apocrypha, chapter 4, verse 1. And it reads, this is the book of the commandments. It's like this is the book of the commandments of God. You know what I'm saying? This is the book of the commandments. The King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha. You know what I mean? The Apocrypha is the lost books that are found. You get a 1611 Bible, it's right there between the Old Testament and the New Testament, but the Apocrypha is Old Testament. I'm saying that it's not holy, it's Slovakia, that the Roman Catholic Church took out for reasons. Because you know why? They want us destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They want us destroyed for that lack of knowledge, for knowing that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians We are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. The laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High God, His ways, His customs was given to us. He's given us a way to live. And these people, these heathen nations, take our writings and give us Christianity, give us Islam, give us Judaism, and all every fake religion out there. You understand? Well, let's keep reading. In the law that endureth forever. You know what I'm saying? This law is forever. It's forever then, it's forever now. And even when Christ returns, when he builds a kingdom, when the kingdom is built on earth, the kingdom of heaven being on earth, you understand? It's going to be forever. Then and forever. Salakia. All that keep it shall come to life. And that's what it is. That's the life. You follow these laws, statutes, commandments, man. It's life. What not to eat. The clean foods to eat. You understand? The clean foods to eat. Don't eat no crab, shrimp, lobster, rat, dog, human meat. You know what I'm saying? Like the Moabites. The Chinese people did. Ate unclean food. Now the world was shut down by the coronavirus that mutated like 6 or 8 times. Most High God shut the world down. Shut it down. You understand? To let you know, y'all, I'm about to end this. That's a sign. That's pestilence. That's a sign of the end times. You understand? Shut the world down. No one can work. Oh yeah, but hold on 1 second. But the essential workers can work. The blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians were the essential workers. Going to work knowing that there's a damn virus, a plague on the earth. You know what I'm saying? Because our oppressor, the people who have their knee on their neck, don't care for us. They want us to die. Let's go to let's continue to verse Salakia. But such as leave it shall die. You'll die. You'll find yourself dead, die. We're dead right now. The scriptures in the book of Ezekiel, it addresses Israel as the valley of dry bones. Because you know why? Bones is a symbolism of death. You know what I'm saying? Skull and bones, not the society, but that's a symbol for death. Like if you read a package, you see a skull on it. This will kill you. And we're dead. You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself right now. You have a flesh that covers the bones. You have a muscle system that covers the bones. You have blood vessels and veins that covers the bones. You have a nervous system that covers the bones. You know what I'm saying? We're dead. Because you know why? We don't follow the laws, statutes, commandments. You know what I'm saying? We're dead when we smoke that weed. Roll up that blunt and suck on that damn weed. We're dead, which is so gay. We're dead. We're dead when we want to whore out our women. Have sex with multiple women. Because sex is marriage. Every woman you stick your penis in, that's your wife. Because the Lord God says that we are not supposed to whore out our woman. When a woman opens her feet, when I say opens her feet, that means opens her legs to every man available. She becomes a whore. That's death. You know what I'm saying? When you're willing to kill your brother over something stupid, over color, a block you'll never own, willing to snake your own brother, that's death. Because you know what? It's not of God. It's not of the law, statute, commandments that was given to us. You understand? Let's go to verse 2. Turn ye, O Jacob. Again, when you read Jacob, it's Israel. And take hold of it. Walk in the presence of light thereof, that thou mightest illuminate, because we'll illuminate. If a black, Hispanics, Native American Indians walk in this light, that light being the truth, we'll illuminate. We'll illuminate being the nation of Israel, the most important people in the Most High God. A nation unto himself will illuminate, because you know what? We'll be the people of morality. All nations of people come to us as they should, because we're even in our days of being foolish, these other nations come to black, Hispanics, Native American Indians what to do with us not knowing. We are moral people, man. We're the logic one. We know not to eat no damn dog. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're destroyed from lack of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Not having this scriptures, we know from jump we ain't gonna eat no damn dog. You know what I'm saying? Cat. We know from jump. Lord allow, because our people so destroyed. We know from jump that alternative loving is not right. Same sex marriages or same sexual activities, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? We know from jump We know from jump the feeling that you want to talk to your brother the way you want to be talked. The respect given is respect you want. You know what I'm saying? The brotherly love. We know that from jump. Let's keep reading though. Let's go to the Slovakia. Let's go back to the Bible. What's all the Bible? Slovakia. Let's go back. It goes to the book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. And we are right here. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13, and it reads, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter." So let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. The whole matter. You know what I'm saying? Part 1, part 2, and even right now. What's the conclusion? Conclusion is, you know what I'm saying, when you put everything together, that we are under these supernatural curses. We are under these supernatural curses because we don't want to be obedient. We don't want to listen to the law, statutes, commandments, which Moses said in the beginning in the beginning of chapter 27 and chapter 21, that we should hearken unto the words of the Lord of the word thy God. Let's go to that right now. Hold that. Go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Matter of fact, come. Chapter 28, verse 1, "It shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day," commanded you, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, commanded you this day and today and forever. Because you know why? We just got to read in the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1, that these laws endure forever. Forever. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading. "That the Lord thy God will set thee above all nations on the earth." You know what I'm saying? "And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. And if thou shalt hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God." That was told for us to do. There's a flip side. The flip side is us being rebellious. You know what I'm saying? Us being destroyed for lack of knowledge and rejecting it. Go to verse 15, same chapter in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, his statutes, which I command thee this day," and this day is today as well. Because you know why? Laws, the book of commandments is endureth forever. Today is forever. Let's keep reading. Salakia. "That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." You understand? Go back to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. And it reads, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. So the whole matter, Salakia. The whole matter is we were given, I don't like, come, there's no free will. We were given a choice. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we were given a choice from the power. The same God, is power. God is power. The same God, Yahweh the Hebrew, freed us from these Egyptians. Showed this mighty nation how terrible his power is, what he can do. You understand? What he can do. And this same power that did all that came for us. Our retribution, you understand? And destroyed the strongest, mightiest nation there was. And you got foolish Israelites want to follow that crap. You know what I'm saying? And all he wants us to do is to be loyal. All he wants us to do is to follow what he said. He gave us the guidelines to be the best on the planet Earth because he said it. To be holy. To be holy, and you will be set upon all these people. Yeah, I made these. I made the African. I made the East Indian, but I don't like them. I like you. You want to be separate. I made this covenant with you. With Abraham. Abraham, he was a friend of the Lord. That's pressure. What? That's pressure. You, Abraham. You held the gravity of the tone of the Most High's voice. Like Moses did the same thing, but not like Abraham. Hell no, Salaki. No. The Most High God has chosen Abraham and his seed. You know what I'm saying? His loins came a mighty nation. That's you, so-called black, Hispanic, Native American man. The conclusion of the matter is we are God's chosen people. We were given a choice to follow the Lord's statutes, commandments, or not. To choose life and to choose death. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the conclusion of the matter. What's the conclusion of all of this? Let's keep reading. Salakia. Fear God. Keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Hold that. Go to the book of Proverbs. Go to the book of Proverbs chapter 9, verse Salakia. Go to the book of Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. And it reads, the fear of the Lord, Salakia, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Wisdom is the experience you get. Wisdom is the experience you gain. Wisdom is experience you gain from just seeing everything, from doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gain wisdom from watching others succeed or fail. You know what I'm saying? If you're wise, you want that type of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But they say a hard head calls for soft behind. And look at black, Spanish, Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? We're hard headed. And the Most High God is spanking us, which a good father, a righteous, just father should. But let's keep reading. Salakia. And the knowledge of the holy is understanding. You understand? That same knowledge we're destroyed because we lack it. That same knowledge that we reject. Because you know why? We don't want to be holy. We want to join on to the heathen nations. You know what I'm saying? We want to celebrate Christmas. We want to celebrate Thanksgiving. We want to celebrate Halloween. Here's the crazy thing, you know what I'm saying? We want to fire up the grill. We want to fire up the grill, put pork on it. It's pork on your fork. Let's pork on. Let's pork. Israel, we sloppy, whatever. Fire up the grill, put all manners of clean food and unclean food on it. Wear your white, red, and blue American flag fit, you know what I'm saying? And celebrate the freedom of your oppressor who's been beating you down for over 500 years. It took away your culture. It took away your heritage. Understand? And celebrate their culture. Celebrate their heritage, which is to be a wicked, disgusting, bastard nation, America. You understand? Which is spiritually Egypt, because they still got God's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? When I say America, I mean all the Americas, South, Central, and Caribbean as well, and North. You know what I'm saying? You still got God's chosen people enslaved. You know what I'm saying? Not as it was before. Yeah, they killing us, but not as much as they want to. They may make America great again, but we're still enslaved. You know what I'm saying? The spirit. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual Babylon, because it's a melting pot for all religions, all falsehoods, all false gods, man. You know what I'm saying? The God of Christianity, the God of Islam, the God of Judaism, you know what I'm saying? The African Egyptian gods, you know what I'm saying? Bull crap. And it's spiritually solemn and Gomorrah because alternative love is the thing in this wicked, disgusting nation. This wicked, disgusting nation that needs to burn for this abominations, you understand? But we don't want the understanding of to separate from that because the word holy means to be separate, and that's the knowledge we lack. To be separate, to be separated from this. But let's keep reading. Salaki. Verse 11. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and thy years of thy life shall increase. Because you know why? We fear the Most High God. We understand the wisdom, and we're going to get the knowledge of what's holy. And what's holy is these laws, these statutes, and these commandments of the Most High God. And that's going to be a blessing to have your life increase by years, your days multiply. Because you know why? That's a blessing. You wasn't rebellious. You didn't eat unclean food. You know what I'm saying? You did everything the Most High God said to you. So go back to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the matter. What's Israel's purpose? What's every so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian man's purpose? You understand? What are we supposed to do on this earth? And it reads, the fear of God. Fear the power that chose you. Fear the Most High God, Yahweh in the Hebrew. Fear Him. Fear Him because He can take away your soul and your body. He can wipe you out. He make you, He can take you away. That same power has given you His laws, His statutes, and His commandments, you understand? Fear our Father like you should. And keep His commandments. Keep His laws, His statutes, commandments. Because you know why? We just got them read in the book of Psalms, 147, 19 to 20. The only Jacob, Israel knows His ways, His statutes, commandments, His laws, and His judgments. No other nation He dealt with. None. Not the African, not the European, not the East Indian, not the Arabic, not the Chinese, not the, you know what I'm saying, not the Japanese, not the Polynesian, you know what I'm saying, the Pacific Islanders, you know what I'm saying. They don't know this. We have these laws, statutes, commandments. Let's keep reading. For this is the duty of man, not all man. You're so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian. You're a man in the eyes of the Most High God. You are man. All these other nations of people are boys. Boys, because they do stupid slog. They do stupid crap. Moving on. Let's go to the book of John. Let's go to the book of John. 1 John chapter 3, verse 11. This is the book of 1 John chapter 3, verse 11. And it reads, for this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. You know what I'm saying? This is life. This is the life that we were meant, that the Most High God beseeches us to choose. And we just got to read. We just got to read the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 19, to choose life. And that is life, to love your brother, man. To love one another, to come together, man. Love one another. What's wrong with that? Why you want to kill your brother and sister? Why you want to wrong them? Let's keep reading. Verse 12. Now as Cain, who was the wicked one, and slew his brother, and wherefore slew he him, because his own works were evil and his brothers were righteous. You understand? That's jealousy among blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. You understand? That's jealousy, knowing that you see another brother and sister being right. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring them down. You want to kill them, man. Because they decide to serve the Most High God, to be righteous. You understand? Instead of being brotherly and going to your brother and sister saying, yo, how can I do what you do? How can I better myself? How can I walk in the footsteps of the Most High God? Instead, you want to snake your brother. You want to lie to your brother. You know what I'm saying? You want to do that to your brother and sister. You want to kill them. Let's keep reading. And the wickedness, the evil he's done is a transgression. Your brother who hates you because you're right and they're wrong. Because they are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And they reject that knowledge. And they chose death. You understand? They chose death. Let's keep reading. Marvel not, my brother, if the world hates you. And the world's going to hate you. Oh, yeah. Your family hates you. The mother of your children hates you. The father of your children hates you. Your co-workers hate you. You understand? Because you serve the Most High God. You know what? Thank you. Your family. Oh, you're in a cult. They don't know nothing. All they do, they gather around. They talk, well, you're going to get the kingdom. Not knowing the Bible. They hate you. Thank you. Because you know why? You're not my true family. The scripture said those who follow Christ, that's your true family spiritually. That's your family now. You walk through the doors of the eyes, you give your life to the Most High God, that's your family now. Because you know why? You've been around them 20 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, 70 years. Whatever age you are when the Most High God decides to wake you up. And your family doesn't encourage you to do right. Shoot. Your family might encourage you, you know what I'm saying, to take back an empty box from Home Depot so you can keep both what was wrong is right. Because you know that's wicked. That's stealing. You know what I'm saying? That's stealing. Your family's going to hate you. So what? Separate from them. Be holy. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? The Bible said things like this will happen. That people going to look at you with a wicked eye or whatever, or ostracize you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not like you. You know what I'm saying? I'll be weird because you know why? In the words of Priest and Officer 50 Salakia, Priest and Officer 500 Paradisa, we are mythical beasts. And I'm pretty sure he got that from the General Muhammad. Most likely that we are mythical beasts. We are different. We're holy. You understand? Thank you. Because I'm not like you. I don't eat crab. I don't eat pork. I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat lobster. I don't celebrate Christmas. Oh my goodness. You don't celebrate Christmas? What, you weird? You what? You ain't gonna what? You ain't gonna report? You don't do Thanksgiving? Nah, I'm different. Man, you're a cult leader. You're in a cult. Yeah, thank you. I'm a cult leader. I'm different. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. When you choose to serve the Most High God, when you choose to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, you are the most bravest man, woman, black, so-called black, Hispanic man, Native American man, woman, child on the earth. Because you chose to do something that's not seen. You chose to obey the Most High God, man. That ain't no easy task, man. It's not. It's not. And when the world hates you because you're doing right, say thank you. Because you know why? The angels see it. Satan sees it because he ain't getting no rank raise. Hell no. No, nah. Thank you. Thank you for seeing that I'm not the same nasty, disgusting bastard that you would appreciate if I was doing the same things. You would appreciate if I was eating pork. You wouldn't mind if one would be sexual promiscuous man or woman and not own up to that being your husband forever. Not own up to that. Whatever woman you sleep with is yours and you take care of her. You understand? They will love you if you celebrate Christmas. They will love you. When they hate you and they ostracize you, thank you. We ain't the same. Let's keep reading. Salakia. Verse 14. We know that we have passed from death unto life because we given up all that. You serve the Lord, you giving up all that nasty, disgusting wickedness. You giving up Christmas. You giving up the ways of the heathen. You giving up sin. We giving up death and we walk into life, man. Let's keep reading. Because we love the brethren. And we have and he that love not his brother abide in death. Because when you don't love your brother, you abide in death. If you don't have love for so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian man, you don't have death. You're lucky. You have death. Look at those officers. That man cried for his mother, and he was targeted. He was targeted. You understand? That man cried for his mother. He died, man. Next verse. Salakia. Verse 15. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer. And they hated that man. They hated that man because they didn't have life in them. They hated that man because they didn't have the law, statute, commandments in them. They hated that man because you know why? They were destroyed. We are destroyed. Those 5 officers, those Israelites. Those are black men. You know what I'm saying? Could be if any of the 12 tribes, we can assume they're Judah. We can assume, you know what I'm saying? But those Israelites, I'm saying, whatever tribe they are, they lacked knowledge and they rejected it. You know how they rejected it? Because they were in a black Greek fraternity. You understand? That's not us. We're not Greek. And they're murderers because you know why? They killed that man, they targeted that man, and they hated that man. Let's keep reading. And ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abide in him. And what's eternal life? It's the law. It's the statutes. It's the commandments of the Most High God that endureth forever. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, chapter 7, verse 1. And then, so I can bear with me. And it reads, Slakia, do no evil, shall no harm come unto thee. You know what I'm saying? Verse 2, depart from the unjust, the iniquity, turn away, Slakia, the iniquity shall turn ye away from thee. You know what I'm saying? The iniquity we do turns us away from what's righteous. Every time the iniquity is the sin, the transgression of the law is the breaking of the law. That's iniquity. It turns us away from life and it creeps us more to death. You understand? So we're supposed to turn away from all that. Being a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American man of Israel, we're supposed to do no harm to our brother. Do no harm to our sister. You understand? And we're gonna find out why. Let's go back. Let's go in the New Testament. Let's go in the New Testament, the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 34. And we're gonna get this. This is gonna be the last scriptures right here. It reads right here. But the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence. They were gathered together. The Pharisees is your Christian pastor, your Christian reverend, you know what I'm saying? Your imam, whatever, your, your rabbi, you know what I mean? The blackity black Egyptologist, your any false doctrine of a false idol, a false god. It's a Pharisee, man. Let's keep reading. And they gathered together because that he they talk about, that he is our king, Yahweh Mashiach, Jesus Christ, who we ignorantly call. You understand? A black man from the tribe of Judah. If he was here today, you would think of him as an African American. You understand? But let's keep reading. Verse 35. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying, this is how disgusting your pastor is. If you're a man of God, why are you tempting another brother? Because these Sadducees, Pharisees, these were Israel. These were Israelites who's like I can put this, who allowed our enemy to come in, who took upon themselves because they're greedy, disgusting bastards to take the money of our enemy in so they can influence Israel to be under the Greek rule, the ruleship of Slakia, of the Romans, of Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Which Christian pastor does today. What Dr. Martin Luther King did by saying he had a dream speech. You understand? It's disgusting. The Bible tells us to be separate for a reason. So let's keep reading. Verse 36. Oh, he asks, saying, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? And these next few verses let you know how seasoned our king is. To know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Let you know the wisdom he had. The knowledge the law, it's just like him. Lets us know that how righteous our king is, Yahweh Mashiach is. So, let's read in verse 37. And Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord with all thy heart, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. You know what I'm saying? Love the Most High God. Verse 38. This is the first commandment, and that when you love the Most High God, that means you show him your obedience. Your obedience is to follow these laws, these statutes, and these commandments that he's given to us and no other nation. That's loving the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? And that's the first commandment. Verse 39. Slakia, verse 38. And this, the first and great commandment. Verse 39. And the second is unto it, that thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. You understand? Your neighbor is every so-called black, Hispanic, Native American Indian that's in the ghettos and the projects and the barrios and the reservation. That's your neighbor. That's your brother. You know what I'm saying? That's of blood, the flesh. You know what I'm saying? That's an Israelite just like you. Verse 40. These two commandments hang all the laws and prophets. You understand? It hangs all the laws and the prophets of the Most High God. Hangs everything. You understand? Because we're supposed to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. And what's wrong with loving your brother? Slack it. What's wrong with being obedient to the power that's giving you the world, man? What's wrong with loving thy brother? These two things is what the whole scripture is about. What this is about. Our constitution, our ways that was given to us. With that being said, this is the ISUPK Commander 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm the Commander General Honor. This is 1969. We been letting so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians know that we are the true chosen children of God. We are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. We are the true Jews, you understand? And this is Long Island class. I'm Priest and Officer 50 Yashua Miyala. And I say Shalom, Israel.